Hello, today I am going to be critiquing The Amazing Digital Circus, which is a TV show rated PG, which means children 7 and up have access to this show. Now, in today's critique, I'm going to be talking about how the contents of this show make it to where this should at least be rated PG-13, if not rated higher, based on the content in this. Like many mothers, I worry about what's happening with my children, what they're watching. So when I see something that's rated for them, I want to be able to trust that rating. But as we've all come to learn, that's not always something that we can do. So I'm planning on breaking down while I watched all 4 of these episodes, my thoughts on the episode as it went, and why I don't believe that this should be rated PG. Diving into the show, you are introduced to each of the characters kind of in a song fashion. Each character is introduced one at a time. You notice if one of the characters is missing, the music keeps going on and on. It's really cute, and then boom, in pops a brand new character. And they go to talk about it and everything. So when the new character pops in, you could see her running towards an exit door that vanishes on her, and she suddenly stumbles into everybody, where she gets to see the map. The host takes her around and even shows her this area called the Void, which she's not supposed to go out of because not even he knows what's out there, and it's scary. So as you see this, she goes to go back to wherever all the other characters are, and she sees an exit. And then after she sees it, she asks the host about the exit, and he tells her that she's having digital hallucinations and that all the things that she was seeing aren't really there. This is when the host asks her name, and you find out that the characters don't even know their names. The names that they're getting are names that were given to them through the game. And so after that, the host sends them on an in-house adventure to go figure out this Gloinks infestation. And at the same time, there's 2 to 3 other main characters that are talking about a missing character that they have to go find as well. So while some of the characters go to complete the adventure, the other characters go to try to find the other character, whom also seemingly is being said to almost be losing their mind and also rambling on about an exit that doesn't exist. So the main character and 2 of the other characters go to find the missing character. But by the time they find him, he's done this thing called abstracting, which is when a character loses their mind. It's almost like they've glitched out, and now they go on a rampage attacking everything, and everything it does attack starts to glitch out in this world. This is when our main character goes to run away from the situation, only to run into the exit door, where when she enters the exit door, she goes through this consistent loop of more and more exit doors, that eventually she starts losing her mind, and she's laughing, going through these exhausting door after door after door, only for her to open the last exit door out into the void, where she almost disappears, only for the host to come and stop her from leaving. And that's when the host takes the monster, which is the other character that's abstracted, and puts them in his cellar. And when he puts them in his cellar, that's when he fixes the glitches and proceeds to tell the main characters that there is an exit door, but it leads to nothing but his unfinished work, so they're not allowed to go out there. But then at the end, you find out that that exit door is in fact the exit door, and the things beyond the void is the real world that they can no longer go into, like solidifying that the host is trapping them there. And if that first episode isn't overwhelming enough, the second episode goes into details about the main character having to deal with an NPC who becomes like self-realizing of themselves and then also another character who seemingly craves chaos and in fact leaves the Candy Kingdom, that the adventure they get sent on kingdom, he leaves it open for a fudge monster to eat the characters. And then you jump into the third episode, which at this point the characters are kind of lost in this. She's still getting used to everything. Everything's chaotic. And then you find out that one of the other characters has body dysmorphia because the body they entered, they're not happy with. But the host doesn't seem to care. And when he has this therapy session with her, he goes and ends up flipping the script and almost losing his mind and glitching the game out. All while the other characters are sent on an adventure that's more like a haunted house, and they're getting hunted by angels that drag them to hell, and if they breathe in hell, they get possessed. So that's another thing that they're dealing with, and that isn't healthy for children to be thinking about. But then the last episode is where it really crosses the line, because it portrays drunk characters. It portrays the literally telling children that they can't be happy in life. And it also talks about one of the characters essentially committing suicide. So with all of that content in mind, it is not healthy for children to be watching this. And so I enjoy interesting plot lines and deep characters. There's just a line that gets crossed where it no longer becomes safe for children. And I don't think that these strong adult themes are what children should, as young as 7, should be able to have access to. So I hope this helps you make a decision if this is a show that you would let your children watch. And thank you.